Greetings, one and all, with our most excitement-building intro with that music. It's so exciting. I have muted General Hospital to do this with you today. I'm Tony in LPHQ East. Jeremiah coming at you live from Disney's Hollywood Studios. Jeremiah, what's going on?
I'm concerned if you're watching General Hospital. How are your
I didn't say I was
stories
watching
doing?
it. I said it had been muted.
Everything is good. Everything is awesome. I know, wrong part.
Wrong part for sure. Also, that movie's like 11 years old now. Hard to believe.
Yeah. A lot of those are to that point where you're like, no, that's not 11 years old.
Yep. We are live. If you have any questions, things you want to see, we are going to go check out some of the latest updates going on around Disney's Hollywood Studios. As Walt Disney World gets ready for a summer of entertainment, it seems, and maybe a lounge or two. But
Yes.
Brett says, greetings. Caleb, good to see you. Good afternoon again. Eric, have fun today. Donna, looks like a nice day. Is it a nice day heat-wise? All my stuff says it is, but I'm not outside, so I don't know what it actually feels like.
It's below 80, not much humidity. Like, this would be, if this was summer, this would be heaven.
Nikki, everything is cool when you're part of the team. Continuing the Lego movie fun. When did the Lego movie come out? I thought it was 2014, but let me see. When did the Lego movie come? 2014.
That's wrong. I don't care what you're looking at. It's just wrong.
I confirm for accuracy.
So we're walking down Sunset Boulevard here. We're heading really to the hub of all thing that is entertainment here this summer. And that will be Villains and Fairly Ever After coming to Sunset Showcase on an undetermined date. Sometime in the next, well, it's only spring. So summer starts early June and then ends like September.
In park terms, summer is usually kicking off around Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that that's going to happen this time around. We'll see. But we have Villains on Fairly Ever After Hollywood Studios, and then The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure, also coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios. But we'll catch up with that in a minute here. Right now we're going on Sunset Boulevard.
Yep. If you follow our updates, you saw that a few days ago, a scrim, which is it's so people can't see what construction is going on, was kind of put up on Rock and Roller Coaster. I will see if we can actually point that out on this live stream, but it's not very evident.
So basically, it was if you were in the line in the queue for Rock and Roller Coaster, it goes up ramps that allow you to see into this area, and they have now kind of blocked that view. Is that right?
Yes, kind of is the proper term. They had removed DJ and Cruz Ramirez since our last walk and talk, because I remember walking over there going, oh, I can see DJ's tail fin and Cruz's eyes were right there. So let's see what has changed over here.
I remember Cruz came over from California, and it was highly publicized that he had come over, where he appeared in Cars Land and in Paint the Night Parade. So I'm wondering if he's going back for the parade.
I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time?
Cruz, or not Cruz? Sorry, DJ was.
It's like
DJ was the one that I had.
Yeah, you keep saying Cruz and he, and it's like,
no,
wait, what?
Cruz is she, but I'm referring to DJ. DJ, yeah. It was highly publicized, came from California, and is going back perhaps for the Paint the Night Parade. I don't know. DJ's been sitting out in the sun for years over here, so I can't imagine it would be a very quick and easy placement. There'd be some restoration there.
I'm guessing because DJ, see, you have me do it. DJ did just sit stagnant. They took out all of its internal combustion.
So Do we have a timeline on Rock and Roller Coaster becoming Muppet Courtyard yet?
We don't have a timeline on anything. I was about to
I like
quote
that
my
answer.
favorite line from Spaceballs, but that's we're on a
we
family.
like our money. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Laughing Place the live stream. Laughing Place the coloring book.
Oh, the scrim has actually expanded. Ooh. Look, it's halfway down the wall now, not just the queue part of the wall.
Why don't you go ahead and point it out to us, Jeremiah? There you go.
So there you go. Now you can see it. It's this right here. That's the scrim. It goes all the way back into the queue. I'm not going to do this update because it's not worth putting in our overflowing updates as of today.
Yes.
But they have taken down the tarps and everything for the coverings for Cruise and DJ.
Yeah, all their signage appears to be completely gone, it looks like, except for maybe something like a speaker over a DJ.
Yeah, but the rest of it is still the same. Planters, no more cars. So.
And all of the Racing Academy signage is still up, and that's kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
Because usually when something closes, the marquees are the first to go.
I was over at Epcot, and there was something that was still out. I just wanted to walk and go, you guys should really remove this, but I don't remember what it was. But yeah, that is always the, hey, here's a sign for something that doesn't exist anymore.
I'm trying to think. I've been at Epcot recently, and I can't think of anything other than the highly misleading Race the Sun sign in the Morocco Pavilion, which any fan of the Halle Berry solar-powered kart racing movie will be grossly disappointed.
Congratulations. You could be the only person. Also, I'd like to point out these really nice shirts these gentlemen have over here. Nice shirts, guys.
Well, you're not a fan of Race the Sun, Jeremiah? It's a good movie.
Well, one, never heard of it. Two, Halle Berry is in it. So unless it has an X in the beginning of that title, he fell out of my good graces when she took the money to do that Catwoman song.
Yeah, the movie dates back to 1996, and it also has Casey Affleck, Steve Zahn, Eliza Dushku, and Jim Belushi.
Horrible. Like, okay, so that's all that's going on over there. We're going to walk down Sunset, cut into Animation Courtyard, check out The Little Mermaid. And if you want to stick with us till the very end of the stream, Tony and I are going to take a detoured walk through Muppet's Courtyard because we never know when things will disappear. Well, we do know. We have about a month and a half or so.
Yeah, so it's coming up in June.
June 7th, to be exact. We'll take a walk through there, see what we can find.
Oh, someone's showing off their ears there.
Yeah. I will say earlier, both Hollywood Studios and Epcot were not too busy because locally, spring break ended for most of the schools yesterday. So everybody was back at school today. But the rest of the world, who knows when spring break is. It's funny, I worked in a service industry for many years, so I would know all the spring breaks. This year, I'm like, spring break? Oh, that's right. Yeah, that thing happens.
I don't know. I'm seeing Star Tours is posting a 20. Whenever I go to studios, it's usually a 10, so maybe that's kind of busy.
Oh, no, the park has definitely gotten busier since earlier. When I was walking in, it was already just too people-y. If you look straight ahead, you can see that they're still doing work on the doorways. Unfortunately, one of them shattered a few years ago and sat pretty stagnant, and now it looks like they're fixing all three. So hopefully we'll still get the Marvel design that was on it, or the actual Marvel that was part
Do
of it.
we know
but
how it's shattered?
Unofficially, yes. Officially,
Okay.
no. Unofficially, somebody ran into it that was driving an ECV.
Ah, this is my surprised face, which is to say I'm not making a face at all. Nor am I going to point stuff out to you.
So please, going into conversation, because this is when Tony and I just start getting snarky.
Muppet
Yeah,
Vision's at 10, Rise of the Resistance is 75, Millennium Falcon currently at a 50, 5-0. Slinky Dog Dash 75. Alien Swirling Saucers, a flat ride that just spins 45 minutes.
It does its job. It draws the people from the coaster that,
Almost like
Hey,
we should
Tony,
have a lot more
can you-
flat rides as opposed to all e-tickets.
Can you mute me for a second?
Yes.
Okay, literally 30 seconds.
Oh, I muted myself. Hold on. So here's installed for the 50th anniversaries, a lot of characters in gold form. There was 50 of them to be precise. And here are two, Flounder and Sebastian. If you have a Magic Band Plus, they will add to your collection on the Play Disney Parks app. And they will also interact and play music and stuff. But here's Jeremiah.
I had to sneeze and it did not, of course, when it's coming, you're like, I have to sneeze, mute me, and it doesn't. So at some point, you're going to hear this really weird, high-pitched sound. It's just me sneezing.
Do you have seasonal allergies?
No.
Oh, okay. I do, and it has been awful in Florida lately. But yes.
No, last year was one of the first times where I actually think I suffered from some type of allergies, because it was just one of the worst pollen seasons.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just something's got in my nose.
So that marquee is fully gone. So ignore our thumbnail.
I appreciate they boarded up, or they plastered up the holes for that marquee, but I do feel like there's going to be a new marquee there.
Oh, I'm sure.
And sometime in the next insert undetermined time here.
Fred laughing. Good old Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, Muppet or Runaway Railway has quite a few.
Yeah, that's had
that
I'll double check that. I had a 75 a second ago. Let me confirm that. That is a parking lot. 70 minutes. 70 minutes. And it still says Voyage of the Little Mermaid on the app. That's funny. And then
it's like, wow, 70 minutes just doesn't seem like much. This is a Monday in March. Like spring break time, yes, but Tony and I both remember where you could come here on a Monday in March and walk on to the Great Movie Ride. Oh wait,
yes,
you could come here just about any time and walk onto the Great Movie Ride.
Turn around. I know we've been focused on whatever billboards are on our studio buildings lately, at least in California. What do we got going on behind us here?
We got the Secrets of Penguins and Snow White.
And Snow White.
I am looking forward to the Secret of Penguins. I love Snow White, so both those are good advertisements. Even though what was the box office for Snow White this week? And I didn't see. Did you guys talk about that on the morning show?
It wasn't noteworthy, so no. let's look up actual numbers.
I feel like that's an article that should be done.
Maybe not today, but
yeah.
43 million domestically, 87 million globally.
I mean, that's not horrible for a normal movie, but for that movie, I'd guess that we got a week and a half before
on a budget of 270 million. So it's not great.
But before we say 270 million, we should really try to figure out if that was the original budget from 3 years ago, or it's the budget that's been changed
I mean, when they talk about Sleeping Beauty's budget, because by definition that was a flop in the 50s because it was in development for 10 years and all of that budget counted as the total budget. So, Toy Story Land, which I heard more about Toy Story Land at a recent D23 panel about Space Mountain than I did Space Mountain. Slinky Dog Dash. Although I did learn something fun, and I never knew this. Do you know why Slinky Dog's head is tilted and not just straight forward? It's so he kind of greets the audience waiting in line as they board.
Okay. Cute ending. What a cute ending. So we're coming up on the Toy Story or Andy's Lunchbox, which has had the ever expanding construction, and they actually have some of the coverage going. Like, it's still not complete, but they've expanded the shade structures.
Nice.
Now, again, this is one of those, like, unless you watch it live, you won't know this until it's complete. Because there we go.
Hooray! More planners.
But hey, we got the Green Army person drum floor.
Yeah, with your earbuds or microphone, they're just tapping.
Yeah. I know, that's one of the things we need to figure out a better way to do.
I wish there was a easy switch, whether it be on my end or your end, where it just kind of click, okay, and I could switch where your source is. But alas, that is not there. Oh, wait, can I? Oh, no, it just...
I was like, I don't think so. I know on my side, it's either my AirPods or the phone. So if it's the phone, me talking right now, you would hear me talking in a distance, but you'd hear everything around me.
Yeah, because I'm looking at your panel. It said edit mic settings, but it's nothing I can do like that. It's basically echo canceling and muting you.
Mike's not on this one. He's in California. Hey. So yeah, Toy Story Land, quite busy.
If only you had a shady place to sit and relax for a second.
That is pretty much this entire park. I was trying to
Also
figure that
true.
out earlier. I was trying to find just a place to sit and relax. Like, yes, there are plenty of benches, but none that are really covered.
It's funny. I watch a lot of old vacation planning videos for background noise or for fun or whatever.
Better than General Hospital.
It is. And I say that because I had the news on earlier and I just let it stay. But moving on. And they showed Sid Kohenga's at that park when it was the one-of-a-kind shop, not PhotoPass help. And there were so many trees and it just looked like very cozy and homey in front of the building. And I said, but where is that? What happened to that?
I used Sid Kohenga's was a must stop for me. And they had a nice little seating area in there next to all the really expensive autograph photos and posters. But yeah, that was always my favorite. And I started off today at Sid Kohenga's outside because I was trying to find someplace just to sit and enjoy the shade. But sadly, as Tony said, that is now PhotoPass Central.
Yep. A little better than my Disney experience and my Disney Plus help, but still, because that's what it was at one point also.
Yeah, my Disney experience. It's hard to help those who don't try. So yeah, Galaxy's Edge is nice and busy. Nothing really going on. We got PhotoPass over here, the Thai Echelon there. Nothing to see over there. It's our PhotoPass area.
I'm surprised they still let people go back there, period. To be honest. But
Yeah, it's really just the photo pass home at this point. Like you can walk up and they'll take photos in there, but yeah, you can walk right up to the old gate. But let's not reminisce about this.
well, there's a documentary coming out that talks about, and I think will encourage further urban exploration of Walt Disney World, which I do not, and I'm sure Jeremiah does not encourage that either.
No.
But as people will latch on to that particular one, especially if it's only photo pass people in there, who might be very distracted with each other or a camera.
No, they back in that area, because at one point you could go all the way to the old gate and people were tying ribbons on there and they
Yeah.
put barrels and things. You can't even get past that. You can
Good.
kind of see through there, but yeah, there's nothing that way. Speaking of urban exploration, did you happen to see my article about the McKim Mile House at Magic Kingdom? That's a lot of
I saw that it was posted, but I did not look at it. My apologies. Tell us about it.
So the new DVC Lounge in Frontierland, when you walk in, the story is the McKim family, which is paying tribute to Sam McKim, Imagineer, artist, and his family opened pretty much like a boarding house. And when you walk in, there are 3 doors on the second floor of people that are currently staying there. One is, I can't think of the actual name of the character right now. The guy who owns Big Thunder.
I almost said like Thaddeus Barnum, but I know that's wrong. But
Yeah,
something
it
in
is
that, like,
something.
yeah.
And that, of course, is tribute to Mark Tony Baxter, the person who actually created and designed all of the Big Thunders around the world.
Barnabas T. Bullion.
Thank you. I probably wrote that a million times and I could never remember that. But that's one door. The door next to it is M. Davis, tribute to Mark Davis. And they actually have concept art of the old Western River expedition. And this is all stuff. Please go to the article. Tony will drop the article link into the notes. And then, sorry, that guy just stopped and stared at me. And then the third door is just Hoot. And the fun thing about us getting this preview is there were other sites there. There was salespeople for Vacation Club. There were construction people. I was the only person that knew who Hoot was. And I'll spoil a little bit. Hoot was an owl that was going to be pretty much the storytelling, the storyline, continuous storyline through the Western River expedition. Again, go look it up. And I'm sitting there talking to everybody. Everybody's like, no, that's Hoot Gibson. That's the guy that used to crawl around Horizons. That's a whole other story if you don't know this.
Right. And I don't think they would ever memorialize that. But
no, and there was somebody who was very much in charge of a different site who said, no, Hoot Gibson, that's the guy. I was like, no, that's not Hoot Gibson. He goes, no, Hoot Gibson is. I was like, no. And then he looked it up, and Hoot Gibson was a Western actor where the name came from for Hoot the Owl. And Hoot the Owl was, when Magic Kingdom opened, on display in what was the Town Square Theater, home of One Man's Dreams, Walt Disney story. And he would tell the story of what the Western River expedition was going to be and of audio animatronics. And it sat there, and they changed it out. They took out the Western River expedition storyline. They put in just about animatronics after a few years. But my favorite part of this entire story, which could be, I could do a whole video on that. When they closed up that display in the Town Square Theater, they pretty much just boarded up And a decade or so later, when they went to turn it into what it currently is, where it's the Mickey Mouse meet and greet, the animatronic was still going behind the wall. They
Yikes.
turned off the sound and everything, but Hoot the Owl still doing his normal show every couple of minutes. But yes, that was my point in there where I'm like, I am the biggest nerd in the room.
Yeah, I think it's funny that people would even consider that they would say, yeah, this guy that did this thing that we definitely frown upon. Let's tribute to them.
So here we are, Grand Park, or to us old timers, Muppet Courtyard.
I always considered it New York Street as part of New York Street anyway. But
To me, it was always the Muppet Courtyard because I knew people that worked here on Muppet Vision, and that's what they'd called it. So it carried over. But
yuck,
yes.
from that angle, you could see the outline of the old sign, at least on my feed.
Oh, yeah. So here we have Muppet Vision 3D. Make your plan. Contact MEI Travel, mousepandtravel.com. Make your plans before June 7th.
I don't have a banner ready. There we go.
I know. You got till June 7th to contact them. Get out here. I mean, you don't have to contact them, but they do all the legwork for you. And see it one last time before it turns into whatever it may turn into in the future.
Which always astonishes, like, there's so little to do with that park right now anyway. Well, that could be said of a number of Disney World parks, but they could have started building back here where you're looking now, and gave it a stay of execution for a while longer, especially because the art shows the theater is still standing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm guessing it has to do with the exit and the massive construction that will take place in the parking lot at some point.
Again, so anybody who has paid attention to the Disney MGM Studios evolution, that poor parking lot has, I think only Disneyland's parking lot has seen as much construction.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you build a super small park and decide to expand. So I always laugh at the fact that a
lot of this part was backlot at one point that only the tram went through, and then nope, gotta open it.
I ate at Mama Mello's not too long ago. Really enjoyed it. Good food. I hadn't eaten here in well over a Lego movie timeline. And this.
So, what was missing when you went to Mama Melrose's? Because I just found about this recently. What was missing at Mama Melrose's?
The rats on the
So anybody who has eaten at Mama Melrose's, and pretty much as long as it's existed, knows that you could tag the wall with your name on it in crayons. And
nope, never knew that.
I and some friends had done that on the bricks, kind of by the entrance on the inside. And we have had pictures of it since our college program back in 06 and 07. And I went in there the other day to get like one last picture of it, and the whole place was scrubbed clean. And the hostess told me they did that about a year ago, just clean that out. And she kind of alluded that they knew something was going to happen to that restaurant at that point, because it was a constant request of guests. And this might have also been why it went away, to sit by where they had previously drawn their name or drawn something on the wall.
I've never heard that. So.
Yep.
There we go. Now I'm going to walk in there and just color all over the place.
Well, I don't think you can now. It's all gone now. But
yeah. Well, I'll bring my own crayon. So yeah, this essentially all of this will stay. I mean, really, the only thing that'll be gone is stage 1 back here.
Yes,
that'll be leveled, and then I'm guessing that, speaking of leveled, these stairs will be long gone because it'll all be one level. But yes, that is the excitement of Muppet Courtyard. We have a line over here, which I'm going to come back and do in a little while, to get a picture next to the fountain because you have permit sitting next to you?
Now I'm curious too, because the ice cold hydraulics, that's a recent addition. Not really Muppet themed, but definitely something there. Is that play into it in any way? We'll find out.
Yeah, pretty much. The only thing that's out here is they show the monster cars over on this way, so I'm guessing this won't be changing at all.
Straight ahead is a piece of set from the award-winning, acclaimed, popular short film starring Bette Midler, The Lottery.
What award did it win?
I don't know. I'm just saying that.
Okay,
I don't think it won.
that's really concerning.
Award of most obscure short film constantly referenced at the Disney MGM studios.
Yes, I do recall seeing that on my early days of taking the backlot tour. When the backlot tour was only 45 minutes back then, but it still had the walking portion after. I never did the 3-hour. Like you are only doing this tour today.
I mean, that's why the park was internally known as Studio Tour.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Alexa wants to know if you can visit Potato Land for a quick moment. I'm assuming that means the photo backdrop at the exit of Mickey's Shorts Theater.
What is that?
What is what? Promo for Andor? I don't know what we're talking about.
Tony.
Yeah, can you hear me? I don't know what you're looking at. I don't know what you're looking at. What are you looking at? Fred points out he just went to his local library and rented Pretty Woman, which is a
you
Disney
can hear
movie.
me, but I cannot hear you.
We can hear you.
Hey, I can hear you.
Oh, hooray. Okay.
Yeah.
I was saying, we can hear you. I was typing a message to you. So now if it cuts out, that was my bad.
Yeah.
No, what were we looking at? Because you said, do you see this? And I'm like, I don't know what you're looking at.
I was saying there's recently been a permit filed here at Star Tours. And then there's this weird covering right there. That looks like it's been there forever, but there is definitely something different. So I'll come back and look at that.
Everybody in the comments was guessing, is there no line? And that's what you're trying to show us? And then Fred says he sees the service dog. But did you get the message from Alexa? Can you visit Potato Land for a quick moment? Which I'm guessing is the exit of Mickey Shorts Theater for that backdrop there.
Well, we'll see. Apparently, the connection isn't working too great. That is definitely the weirdest dropout.
Yeah, but see, you're fine. Like, we could hear you, we could see everything from you. I don't know what happened, so maybe it's something on my end, but I don't know.
You want an ice cream or a beer?
That's
there.
Fred asks an interesting question. Do you guys prefer Star Wars or Indiana Jones?
Both.
I would lean Indiana Jones, Fred.
The proper answer is the original 3. Don't have to say which one there. Okay. So
and here's Potato Land.
Potato Land. Potato Land.
Speaking of things behind a wall, like Hoot, I wonder if the sound booths are still behind a wall. Because even for a long time, it was just curtains covering them.
No, there is that one over there that could still be one, but they did take out just the screen ones.
Alexa says, "Yay!" You remember the sound booth experience at the end of the Sounds Dangerous, or sorry, at the end of the Monster Sound show. But when it became Sounds Dangerous, it was basically the same experience twice if you did the sound booth afterward. But I, as an animal fan, far prefer, if it's still even open, I don't even think it is, Song of the Rainforest at Conservation Station over at Rafiki's Planet
No,
Watch at Animal
but
Kingdom.
if you're talking about behind a wall, you can still see that those are clearly just sitting behind the planters.
Because a COVID close, we ever got it back.
Yeah. Well, that was a fun trip around Disney Hollywood Studios.
I might need you to pull the rope, though, since we were talking about Indiana Jones stuff.
Sure.
Even though the sign says do pull it, because the knot is canceled out.
Yes. I love doing it when people are just standing here. Okay, hang on. I'm going to get my head as close as possible so you can hear it.
I say, you got the red belt, yeah? You're a jolly good sport then.
There a timer on it now?
No, it doesn't even pull anymore. Like the pulley is just kind of locked. So you have to pull almost like that.
Interesting.
You can hear them working. So it's weird that they're excavating right here as part of the queue. Okay, it's done. So yes, warning, do pull the rope.
Fred excited about Potato Land as well.
Potato Land.
I see it every night. Every night in my dreams.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna. I didn't know if you were gonna keep going or you're gonna close on that sign, but I guess we're staying on that sign.
Yes.
Coming up later this week on Laughing Place, and the best way to get notified about any of this is to like, subscribe, ring that bell, get notified. Coming up later this week, we have Disney Parks Talk Live on Wednesday, I believe. Tomorrow,
Yes.
Barely Necessities, checking out all the latest and greatest Disney merchandise. All of our usual content and programming, plus another Walker Talk or two might be planned. Who knows? But stay tuned.
I don't.
Neither do I. So until then, folks, like, subscribe, ring that bell. So long, everybody.
Bye.